What's up YouTubers, this is Chetan here and welcome to my channel Nature Design, and this is the bottle in which I will be making a terrarium today. The reason I'm making the terrarium in this bottle is someone has asked me to do so. This bottle belongs to someone else and they have asked me to make a terrarium for them in this bottle. The height of this bottle is near about 20 to 22 inches and the diameter of the bottle is near about 20 to 22 inches. So what are we waiting for? Just let's get started. I'll be using charcoal as a false bottom in this project, and yes, of course, mosquito mesh to avoid the substrate from falling into the false bottom. And the substrate which I'll be using is cocoa peat, dry moss, and sand or soil. For the hardscape, I'll be using laterite stones. I've already broken the stones into the size of the nozzle of the bottle so that it can fit into it. So let's get started. Charcoal as a false bottom, and it will also purify the water inside the terrarium. And now I am placing the mosquito mesh. It was a bit hard, but with the help of a stick I was able to do it. Now I'm putting the moss first so that the substrate shouldn't just crawl out into the false bottom. So the layer of moss is first. I'll be arranging the substrate in such a manner that it will be lower in the front and higher at the back. The reason for that is the plant at the background needs more substrate than the plants in the foreground. So now we have just completed putting the substrate inside the bottle. I am placing some laterite stones in it. Now it's time to plant the plants in it. I have already planted the mini syngonium inside the bottle as a background plant. And now I am putting the green Fittonia with the nerve plant in it. Another nerve plant, this is red Fittonia, just adding to the contrast with the green. If you can see, it's really hard to plant the plants inside a bottle. And now I'm placing Selaginella inside. I'll be cutting this plant because this was too much big for this bottle and I was unable to add more plants to this. So what I did, I just cut this plant into two halves, and the upper portion I used in planting this plant inside. So that's the reason I removed the Selaginella again. And I cut it and I again placed it inside. And Selaginella is also that type of plant which can grow from its cutting, so it will easily grow inside. Now I'm placing cryptanthus just into the center. It will give a different getup to the terrarium. And now I am adding a small cutting of pennywort plant, or say dollar plant. This is an aquatic species of plant, but it also does well in terrariums. Now I am placing a creeper pennywort plant. This is a similar plant like a pennywort. The texture of the leaves are the same, but this is a creeper. And along with that, I'll be placing some dwarf baby tears in the front. So as I told you, I'll be placing small plants in the front and a huge one in the background. And now it's time to add the cleanup crew, the springtails, which will eat all the fungus which will grow inside the terrarium. And we are done with this terrarium, and please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it. I think this looks really cool, and all the plants together, the Selaginella, the Syngonium and Vitonia, Cryptanthus, and I have also added a cutting of creeping fig towards the left. All this combination, all together, they are looking cool in this terrarium. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscription button, because there are plenty of projects coming up in the future and you don't want to miss it. So please go ahead and hit the subscription button. So that's it for the day. See you next week. Bye bye.